pumps in, plug wires in, coils in, get everything rewired back up, the hose back on, this stupid cutoff switch, get everything back to normal. Back to the future, baby. Alrighty, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm at my storage unit trying to clean out this freaking van, this freaking mess. But first things first, I'm up to my butthole or higher in outboards. Outboard projects. First, I got this 30-horse Johnson short shaft tiller. It's been waiting on me for a while now. Doesn't look like a whole lot's going to be needed. Some electrical, new front mount there is bad. So far, that's all I know. Then over here, I've got the freebie 15 horse that I just picked up off the side of the road with a bucket full of parts that I'm going to try and get this puppy up and running. And I think I'm missing a couple of things, but besides the hood and the gear case, but I think it's going to be okay. I also have the $40 Craigslist special. What was it? 62 Johnson, 20 horsepower, all disassembled. Just sitting here waiting for me to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. And I talked about the parts for the 15, which is verified. It is a 15 horse. I got on Leroy's Ramblings and compared the car, and the carburetor throat is 15 horse. It's not a 9.9 throat size. See that? Nice fat throat. Anyway, I also have back here, you can see back there, got another old 70s Johnson. That under that flywheel is the extra parts I'm going to be needing. And this thing came from that one outboard I did for that guy, the worst POS I ever worked on. This was the parts motor I was pulling crap off of, and he told me to just keep the damn thing. So it's been sitting in here. It's an old Suzuki 9.9 that actually runs, but it's a total POS. Anyway, transmission, blah, blah, blah. So, what am I going to do? Well, you heard me talking in the last video that on the 62 20 horse $40 Craigslist special, that I had plans for these parts. And the plan is to put them in the Beast. And let me tell you why. Alright, so here's what happened. If I can remember exactly. I had picked up some new plugs. And all aboard, I picked up some new plugs, and it was a 4-pack of plugs. Put one set in, and I went in, I bought the plugs, I asked for the Champion J4Cs, Marine plugs, I buy them there all the time. The guy checks the computer, runs back, grabs the plugs, comes back out, rings it up, throws it in a bag. I take off. Get in here, put the plugs in, and decided to bump up my oil. I was running at 50 to 1. This is an older motor. I thought, well, maybe I should add a little bit more oil, you know, being an older motor and so on. So I get out on the lake, warm her up, hitting full throttle, and all of a sudden, it's like somebody cut the switch. So I was like, what in the hell happened? So I thought, well, maybe I fouled out a plug. I put too much oil in there. I didn't measure it out. I just dumped some in. Couldn't get her started up out on the lake. Got back to the ramp with the trolling motor. And I didn't have any video of this. Anyway, got back to the ramp with the trolling motor. Left the lake, actually got it started a little bit at the ramp, and I mean, this thing just did not want to run. So I'm like, what the hell happened to the beast? Anyway, threw the motor here that's still sitting on the boat, and maybe a week or so later, dragged it to my house, tore everything apart trying to figure out what the hell was wrong. I thought maybe it was this cutoff valve was fouling out, causing some problems. Disconnected it. Pulled the carburetor off. Looked like $1,000,000. Got it back out on the lake. Got it to run just a little bit better, but not good. So I couldn't figure it out, and I had my suspicions that one of the coils was bad. And what I had done was pulled the coils out of here and used them in the 62 18 horse that's on my other John boat, because I was in a big hurry. Sure enough, if you watched that video, you knew I had a bad coil, and it came out of here. Finally, I pulled the plugs out of here. Now, these are not the plugs. I've already taken the plugs back to the store and showed the manager. What happened was the guy sold me the wrong plugs. I asked for the J4Cs. He went back there, got the plugs, threw them in a bag. I paid, bing, bang, boom. Ran out of the store, set the gap, put the plugs in. When I pulled the plugs out, the electrode here, or whatever the hell you call it, was bent all the way down. I mean, you could barely slip a piece of paper in between there. And I looked at the pistons on the top of the pistons, and both pistons were showing a tiny little mark where the plug was hitting the piston. So at this point I was like, Jesus Christ, you gotta be kidding me. So I checked, they were the NKGs. I checked the numbers on them, and I thought, well, maybe the guy just gave me the equivalent for the champions. Maybe he didn't have the champions, but he never said a word to me. So I checked the plug number out on the NKGs, not even close, way too long, screwed everything up, and I think that's what burned out my coil. Anyway, let me see if I can get a shot. I'll show you what I mean on the pistons. Now, I think you can see in there the top of that piston where the plug was hitting the piston. And then the top cylinder, the same thing, but not quite as bad, but still hitting the frickin' piston. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it when I saw it, and that's when I finally figured out what the hell was going on. And like I said, I think that was the result of the coil burning out. So I had ordered the new coil, threw it in the 18 horse, and everything was fine. So the plan is, I'm gonna put these new coils. When I bought the 20 horse, the kid told me everything under there was brand new, and it looks new. I'm gonna put the new coils back in the beast, and I can even see on this one set of points, man, they look pretty fried up. Swap those points out, but I think that's what caused this damn thing. That was my main problem. So I'm going to redo my ignition on the beast, hook all this crap back up the way I originally had it, and get the beast back in the water. That's the plan, baby. So I got just about everything out. I got to get these points out, and I'm going to use those plug wires off the 20 horse Johnson, because they were better than the plug wires I had or on this damn 63 28 beast. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to put everything back on here without totally removing this damn armature plate, because I've got all my wires are all heat shrink together, and all I have to do is swap out the one set of points, and maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to swap those out, and put my boots in, plug wires in, coils in, get everything rewired back up, the hose back on, this stupid cutoff switch, get everything back to normal, back to the future, baby. So here's the points that were in the, come on camera, that were in the beast that fried up my damn coil. You can see it pretty fucked up. It didn't look like that when I put them in. The other set still looks pretty good. You can see there the other half of them still look pretty good. I give them a little cleaning, and they're still nice and fat, and should be good to go. Okay, so that's what happened with the beast. The guy sold me the wrong plugs. I was in a big hurry. I didn't check them. Couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with this thing till I pulled those plugs out. Went nuts, absolutely went nuts. But anyway, the beast is back. Hopefully tomorrow, back in the water for the test run. Stay tuned for that video. Plus I got tons more crap coming up. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. It's This Old Outboard, baby. You know the channel.